Hello, Asta.
Yeah, it's done.
It's done. Perfect. Hi everyone. I'd like to introduce our speaker, Miss Neha Aggarwal, Senior Vice President at 361 Asset, where she leads early stage investments. Neha brings over a decade of experience across venture capital, investment advisory, and portfolio management. Having previously been a principal at Mumbai Agents, she has been instrumental in evaluating and managing over 200 startups with more than $150 million in asset under management, and has worked closely with founders and investors across sectors to drive growth and value creation. Neha holds an MBA degree from MDI Gurgaon. It's close to my place, and an international MBA from I Business School, where she was recognized as a Beta Gamma Sigma honoree. It's a pleasure to have her with us today to share her insights from the world of early stage investing. Uh, starting with like Neha, do you want to start with to
Sure.
like I've already introduced you, but do you want to say?
Thank you, Mayank. It's an honor to be here addressing the students from my alma mater. So I'll give you a quick, I'll try to be a give you a quick introduction. For everyone, I'm an Indian born in Calcutta, grew up in Delhi, now working in Mumbai for last 7 years. I did my engineering, then joined IBM as the business analyst. To gain certain business perspective, I did my MBA from one of the Tier 1 B schools in India, MDI Gurgaon. Worked as a strategy consultant and investment advisory for 8.5 years at firms like Analysis Mason, a UK-based boutique consulting firm, and EY. Now, during my consulting days, I worked on multiple investment advisory projects for Tiger Global to evaluate certain e-commerce, certain listing companies in India, outside India. Soon, an entrepreneurial bug bit me as well. Started my own e-commerce venture in religious products and services. We shut the company within a year with a learning to go with a proper validation of demand before starting something new. Post that, I continued my entrepreneurial journey as a founding member with one of my former bosses to start another consulting firm. Since I wanted to actively participate in the startup ecosystem, I decided to quit that and pursue my second MBA to focus on building the skills for this ecosystem. IE being known for its focus on entrepreneurship was the best choice. I did my internship from Mumbai Angels during MBA and joined the same post MBA. I also did a couple of small projects helping startup raise funds during my study year at IE. One of them was with a Mumbai-based startup where I was helping them with their pitch deck, the forecasting model. Another one was an African-based company in water sanitation. I got that opportunity through one of the IE students started Fundy Ventures. Currently part of the early stage VC arm at 361, which is a leading wealth and asset management firm listed in India. Have been doing early stage investment for last 7 years, including my time at Mumbai Angels. I'm a startup enthusiast who enjoys speaking to founders, peers, with an aspiration to support innovative and progressive startups.
Great, great. So it has been a long journey.
Yeah,
Yeah,
15 years.
15 years. So definitely, Neha, like you mentioned that you started with your internship within MBA, during that period, which allows you to have that internship period. So what were your, initiatives that you took? You sent out the cold mails, or you had some networks within the industry itself with your prior experience, or how did you, worked out your internship? And then how should students in the current environment should look out for the opportunities, and in which industry do they find opportunity, like in the venture environment or the private equity, where they will find easy higher strike rate in terms of getting conversion?
I'll say PE is a smaller ecosystem, very tight ecosystem. People within the firms move more, while VC is more emerging and a lot of new funds gets launched probably every month or every week.
Okay.
Uh, So that's one thing between the VC and PE. But another thing is obviously where your interest is. Is it at the M&A, or you're looking at the operational aspect, or growth, or you're looking at more early stage investments, which is the evaluation, the lens is very different for both of them. Now, how I got into the internship at Mumbai Angels. So,
Hmm.
yeah, I've tried all those cold mails, LinkedIn reach outs. But
Yeah.
I mean, you follow some news and you'll probably recognize some names, or even through some of the database like Crunchbase or other databases supported by IE, you're able to
Hmm.
get some email IDs for the at least the top senior management at certain firms. So you follow a news, you look at that news article, you write a mail to that person with a perspective on what he said in that news article. That is what helped me
Okay.
uh, getting a job.
Hmm.
Otherwise, obviously, your network, if you know somebody, internship is easier than getting a full time. People are ready to take that kind of risk as for an intern than promising a full time job.
Yeah. So Neha, like when I also met you in Mumbai, you mentioned something about how people are going from this investment space to the operational side to see how the things work, and then gain some experience, and then go back to VC and then private equity investment space. So like people, students who are just starting, so where do you suggest that they should start with, like trying to go directly into the VCP space, or first start with the industry that they want to invest in, and then learn about the industry, how the business operates, and then aim for getting into that investment space?
Very difficult question, honestly. I've
Yeah.
also been struggling for myself when I wanted to quit consulting, whether I should start at a startup or be at a VC. But what I've learned, having an operator experience is definitely more beneficial, gives
Hmm.
someone an edge as a VC, as an investor, than even a consulting experience. So if that is something which you are open with, then why not? But I'll say parallelly try for the VC role as well. But
Hmm.
if somebody even before MBA has done certain operator role, worked at a startup, it does value more uh, than anything else. Like as an investor, I would like to
Hmm.
hire somebody who's worked with startup, which has built the product, who's sold a product, who's looked at what kind of GTM strategy worked or even failed.
Yeah.
That would matter.
Got it. Got it. So because Neha, this question was important because a lot of students think that they need to have finance degrees, that expert finance knowledge to get into VCP industry, but that is not entirely the case. You should know, but it's not the make or break situation. It's like it's good that you have, but it's not the only thing that you should have.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, at MBA, you're well versed in the financial theory, the big picture of strategy. Uh, I mean, you still need to have uh, that skill set that could differentiate you as a candidate in the interview room, or more importantly, on a job,
Yeah.
which is not just finance theory. It could be anything. It could be your expertise in certain subsector, if not even a sector, like not even like if I'm looking at finance, fintech, not just fintech, maybe certain infra. If not, if you're looking at EV, not the full EV, but only battery tech, only recycling, anything which would differentiate you, uh, in the room.
Yeah, yeah. So, like Neha, you gave me also some of the assignments, which is like one of the way students, if they're listening to it, like they can reach out to people and they can ask for some assignments that they can work on. So you are specifically like, this is what I understand, that focus towards the EV industry, and in that EV industry towards EV manufacturers of batteries, something like that. So is there any space that is growing, and students should focus on that, this is a growing industry and they need to have an expertise on understanding the metrics and financial performance of those industries?
See, there is not one sector which is only growing. There is growth in every sector, one or the other. Like if I talk about AI, it is sector agnostic.
Yeah.
There's use of AI in healthcare for let's say a scan and you want to get a quick view. There's use of AI in enterprise, the enabling or increasing the productivity in the sales and the revenue. So it's not particular sector. Pick something which you understand, which you think you can understand well, or maybe you have a network of your friends and family working in certain sector. You can speak to them after reading something that would help you resolve some of the questions, make you a better knowledgeable
Mm.
person in that. So, I mean, EV just happened to be something I've always wanted to do something in impact. So
Mm.
I picked that as one of the sector, which makes business sense and is also climate friendly, impact fund friendly. That was my reason to pick EV. But I would not say that EV is growing. That's why, I mean, there's a lot of consumer brands, consumer like I don't know, one of the new ingredients or actives in BPC or health, like something to reduce weight, suddenly gets a hot topic.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, I mean, in every sector, like something or the other keeps happening. Like suddenly, I think Beach Miss stablecoin was one of the
Yeah.
very hot topic, and right now it's nowhere.
Yeah, true. Like stable coins because of the US and what is going on with the currency and all. So yeah, I get it. So you're saying that in whichever industry which interests you, if you gain some expertise, it will help you in getting that VC space because they're looking for the experts because they need to scout for the talent, and for that they need the experts who can actually look into the into the metrics and identify whether this will work or not.
Yeah, yeah. You need to pick one one sector or even subsector.
Hmm.
Start branding yourself on LinkedIn. Don't hesitate to share your opinion, even if it differs from what the news articles or what one of the other person or unknown person is saying. You need to start speaking out, so you don't have to then reach out to them. They'll reach out to you for job. I mean, we have done that.
Yeah, yeah. So how do you think that, because I met Ashish also, and he told me that how much LinkedIn is also important for you, how you present yourself, because like you mentioned that people will reach out to you. So how can a person make their profile so lucrative, on LinkedIn or any other platform that you can share, that okay, you need to work on your profile, then only people will be able to know that you're working on such things, and then they will be able to reach you out. So, is there any way that the students should focus on some specific things, or how they should also think about networking in in person? So, how these things are important and how much weightage we should give to it?
See, LinkedIn is very important when you are looking for a job. VC ecosystem is very active on LinkedIn. And if somebody is writing good stuff, LinkedIn also identify you as one of the influencer, like not Insta influencer, but still,
Yeah.
that you're opinionated. So, I mean, first of all, one is go for one niche: climate tech, distribution, financial infra, B2B SaaS. Even if you pick one region, also India, Europe, South Asia, that your expertise become non-negotiable. Then you start finding, filtering your network, or even building a network. When you
Yeah.
read the news articles, which are the people who are covering or who are speaking about this sector. You start adding them on your network, and when you write, they also look at what your opinion, how it needs to be obviously led by some due diligence, some of the research,
Yeah.
some of the calls with the founders or vendors in that sector need to be influenced by that. Don't I mean, there's a term, don't wait for a permission to be. a venture capitalist, start acting like one.
Hmm.
By being the smartest person on LinkedIn, even if it is, you know, against something else.
Yeah. So because I regularly see a lot of updates from people on LinkedIn, and you can easily figure out that those are AI generated.
But you look at some of the others which are not AI generated. I'll give you another IE alumni, Aditya, if you follow him on LinkedIn. I
Yeah.
think there's he puts even this very small video elevator pitch with the founders. He's not even investing with those in that company or in those founders.
Yeah. So that's where, it's something like students need to understand that what you're trying to say, it's not only with respect to that you have an opinion and that is AI generated, but it also has to be backed by a research that why you're saying and what you're saying. So
Yeah.
it has to be
And
proper
I
analysis.
think AI it could just refine your language. The content
Yeah.
need to be yours. If it is
Yes.
something you're just writing, okay, write me a LinkedIn post on financial infra, it will be full faff.
Yeah. Yeah. Got it. So, so Neha, like you have worked across different geographies also, and within India primarily. So, if a person gets into the consulting where they are focusing on sector agnostic specs, like they don't have any specialization in one industry, and they got the job and they're working on that. So if they want to get that niche in some specific industry and then want to transform to VC, so what do you suggest the way should be, like, in order to first focus on some sector specific consulting? If they don't get that, how they can work on the project so that they get something sector specific and then transform to VC and PE space? And is that difficult to move from consulting to VCP even after getting the experience because of the competition and all?
Uh, I would not say it's very difficult. It's I mean consultant the experience as a consultant, you become an all-rounder. You you somebody as a consultant, you are put in front of the client, you have no knowledge about it, but you can still speak confidently. It just consulting teaches you all that. It gives you that
Yeah.
breadth of the business fundamentals. You quickly learn to rapidly access the market size, competitive landscape, which again is then transferable to due diligence in VC.
Hmm.
So as a VC, your job is to see, to validate what could fly, what, and that takes a very brutal and honest analysis, which sometimes is even shadowed by some biases.
Hmm.
Again, consultants are literally the masters of story. I mean, if you look at those decks, you know how the
Yeah.
taglines are just stitching a story. So you are the masters of the story as consultant. You take that complex sector. Like I did something on cloud computing. I had no idea. As a consulting, one of the project was find something in cloud computing. Like
Yeah.
AI now, right now is sector agnostic. Cloud computing was also like restaurants were using it. Even healthcare was using it. Then this cloud telephony was another upcoming thing back at that time. So
Yeah.
you need to you take that complex sector data and turn it into a compelling recommendation. In
Hmm.
VC, you use this skill in reverse. You need to like now you're
Hmm.
listening to these stories by founders.
Yeah.
So you need to identify, which is a compelling and investable story,
Yeah.
then articulate. I mean, as a VC, I listen to founder, then I have to put my own work and then put it in front of the IC, the investment committee. So I also
Hmm.
have to then articulate it, de-beautify it, that why this company, why this story will succeed to my
Hmm.
IC, to my investment committee. That is not
Hmm.
founder speaking to them, that is me speaking to them.
Okay, got it. So it's like founders will pitch to you, and then you convert it into something that can be communicated to IC in the structured way, which you think
Yeah,
is
yeah,
it's
founder will say, I'm the only one doing it. I'm the largest. I'm the fastest. All those
yeah,
adjectives would be, it would be full of adjectives. So you have to
yeah,
debundle it. if something is true, you have to justify it with some data, some relevant uh, metaphor or something like, okay, somebody is building a vertical marketplace for, let's say, jewelry. I'll say,
Yeah.
okay, see, Nika was built for BPC while Amazon was there. There was another one for furnishing Wari, which also got successful. So
Yeah.
vertical marketplace is something which happens, which is fine. First Cry was also only baby vertical marketplace even when we had Amazons and Flipkarts. So you
Hmm.
have to justify, then not just listen to what founders said, listen it,
Got it.
but then put your own research and perspective to it. Have a view. There would always be
Hmm.
risk and opportunity in any investment opportunity. So you need to debundle and then rebundle in a more investable story way.
Hmm.
Sorry.
Hmm. So, I think, Neha, since you asked me to keep it short, like in 30 minutes, I know we are, cross that time, but, there's it from my side, but there are other people, there are obviously Bhavya who's asking me to give him permission to ask you a question. So if you have some time,
Sure,
let him.
sure, sure, Bhavya, please go ahead. I don't know why I feel that I've interacted with Bhavya before.
No, I don't think so. We have interacted, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a question. As you are investing in many startups, what do you look out for? Like, what's the one thing you look out for? Because as a finance student, I'm currently working on one startup or idea. So I want to know what you look out for to invest in the startups in this space.
So I'll tell you what all we look for, and then what is as an early stage, if you're starting, then it is an early stage VC you're going to be speaking with, right? What is the most critical one for me then?
Yes.
So first of all, we look at what you're building. Is it needed or not? Is it a lifestyle thing or is it really needed? It could become a need. Then how big is the market? What's the startup's competitive edge? And the last one is, are the founders the right founder to scale the company?
Okay.
Now, this last thing is what I think one of the most crucial thing to one of the red flags which one look at is
Uh-huh.
you look at no, it's not the financial model, it's rather the founder response. Uh, Are the founders wholeheartedly in it? Is it part-time, full-time? Do they have that intellectual honesty, internal clarity, operational rigor? Like I, as a VC, would try to maybe poke you, provoke you. So,
Mhm.
what are the founders' response? How quickly, how thoughtful a founder, could respond to a challenge or a piece of critical feedback or a request for a key piece of data that might poke a hole in your theory or in your narrative.
Okay, got it. Because currently I'm working on like a ETF platform where anyone from the anywhere in the world can invest in anywhere in the country. So let's say if the person is from South Africa, want to invest in Japanese ETF, so they can directly invest. That's my idea. I made like app and all, but like, right now I'm like more working. What are the risks? What are the regulations and all? So yeah, so I wanted to know that. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, Nia.
My pleasure. Thanks,
Yeah.
Bhavya.
So, is there anyone who has question?
I also had, but that was more technical. But I'm like, should I ask? Yeah, if you allow. It's like
I don't know
you
what's
recent.
technical here, but let's see if I'm able to answer, I'll do.
Yeah, you recently invested like 360 in physics, wala. So I'm like the current edtech sector.
Physics Wala is a pre-IPO company. We didn't recently invest, and that's a very late stage investment.
Yeah, but the current edtech ed pura sector in the India is after Byju's and all, everything is going down. So what do you expect? Do you think in 2 3 years you will get like perfect exit what you required, or you have to wait more
See,
than
you have to
2 3?
understand why Byju's failed. It wasn't because there wasn't any demand, or obviously COVID, the demand was at peak. Post COVID, a lot of people went back to the classroom. Uh, Sorry, just give me 1 sec. My battery is low. I don't know. I plugged the charger in. Sorry. I think Byju's and some of the other, they were not able to cope up with that. I mean, they hired a lot of people during the COVID sales, and then there were some operational issues, which they were not able to post sales services, is what I've heard that was the biggest issue. While Physics Wala was actually
I think her phone got switched off. So no issues, Bhavya.
Yeah, no worries.
Like you can send me the question, I can send it across to her, and she'll
Yeah.
you.
I also want to ask about like IPOs you talked about. So now you current know like Lenskart after the Lenskart bought if stopped is their IPO and all. So I'm like, do you think in current market state IPO is a perfect exit for VCs and all? So yeah, we can discuss this.
Yeah, yeah, we can discuss this. I think she. Yeah, 1 second, just.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi everyone. So actually, Neha called me up. So her actual laptop got switched off. So Bhavya, I can send across your question to her, and she can reply to that. So thank you so much for joining in, and we can circulate the recording for everyone's benefit. And thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, Mike.
Okay, thank you. Bye.